Empathy is an important skill to have. A person, I think a healthy person, a mature person, a competent person has empathy. And there's levels of empathy. There comes to a point where it's an extreme of too much and it's an extreme of too little. We're too apathetic. But I bring up empathy to say, oh, bunnies. Oh, 2 little bunnies. Oh, they stopped underneath my car. Sorry. Nature. What can I do? Okay, what can you do when nature comes? But look, it's important to forgive others. It's important to understand a person. We sometimes, this is for the very unselfish. If you're very selfish, if you're more narcissistic, this won't really apply to you as much. But it still will. But sometimes, we give other people more grace. We give other people more understanding. We give other people more leeway in terms of things. Sometimes we're short-sighted. Sometimes we're angry. We have outbursts, and that's fine. It's understandable. And then, when we have our moments where we have people that are close to us or just strangers, and we act in a way that doesn't always sit right with us. And then now, with that situation, irregardless of what the person would say or act or do, or the reaction they would have, how we feel from a situation, for what we do to another, and also what we do to ourselves, whether or not we do something, like say you had a goal, go to the gym 7 days a week, or go to the gym 5 days, or eat healthy or whatever, drink water, and you fail, and then you kind of have that feeling of like, damn, I kind of messed up, damn, I should have, I kind of feel bad, I kind of feel like guilty, and so you kind of like, your energy sinks, and you start to get on a mental plane where it's like, now you're not at the right frequency. You're not vibrating how you should be. You're not vibrating on a higher plane. And people can feel that, and you can feel that. And when you get to those moments of like, when you feel bad, whether it's for yourself or for another, and you feel guilt, or you feel remorse, or you feel sorrow over your actions, over whatever it is, reflect on it, acknowledge it, embrace it, and accept it. You shouldn't run from anything. Don't chase anything, and don't fight back. Don't resist. Don't chase and don't resist. But more importantly, when you feel those moments of guilt, and you're a person that wants to continue to spread positivity and spread joy, spread love, give yourself grace. Allow yourself to apologize to yourself. Allow yourself to accept the apology, and allow yourself the grace and understanding of, hey, I was in a situation, and I know I didn't make the best decisions. Whether or not I apologize or made up for my actions is another, but if I was able to, then I'm going to continue to live on my truth and live on the fact that I felt bad, and I'm going to live with the guilt or regret or whatever it is, and use that as motivation and as drive and determination to be better, to allow myself to kind of, when a flower blooms and it, then it slowly, sinks back, and then it, buds again. I think there's a plant out there that if you touch it, it sinks, but then it'll open up again. Imagine yourself like a revolving door, or like the flower. When the sun is shining, when there's a slight breeze, when there's no real trepidation, or no real situation, no real what's the word I'm looking for? No causing concern. You can feel as free as you can be. You can feel as free as you allow yourself. But then once the situation comes where it's heavy rain, downpour, aggressive touching, I don't know why I said aggressive touching, but whatever it is, you kind of sink in, you kind of retreat back to whatever your safety net is. And certain people, fight or flight, or freeze, you know what I mean? You have an instinctual response, and people tend to believe, there's a quote. I'm not gonna try to say it because I'm gonna butcher it, but I forget who it's by. But obviously, it's a brilliant mind. If you continue to allow life to dictate your actions, no. If you continue to allow your subconscious to control your conscious, you will call fate. You will call what, choice fate or something like that. But look, there's someone out there that knows what I'm trying to say. So please comment it. So if you look up the quote of the subconscious and conscious mind and fate versus choice. It's something on the lines like that. We have the power to shape our minds. We have the power to shape other people's minds. And look at the government, look at religion, look at organized religion, look at the facts. Look at the facts, man. Now we have the power to, control our minds. We are influenced by our external, but we are also greatly influenced and greatly manipulated, controlled by our internal. Some of you may agree, our greatest enemy and our only enemy is ourselves. We have no other enemies. We have conflicts at times, but we have no enemies, regardless. Give yourself compassion, give yourself grace. And it's not don't be easy on yourself. Don't give yourself free passes. Allow your discipline to be flexible. Allow your compassion, allow your justice, allow your resolve to be flexible. Not rigid, and not something that moves to anything. Not something that bends to anything. Something that, quite literally, a tree. You see a tree and it's like, it quite literally is firm, but should strong winds come, you'll see it move, and you'll see it like swift, and it's like swift. You'll see it, sway. And it's because the roots and the foundation, the core of what you are, and the kindness and the love that you show to yourself, it will grow both outward or upward and downward. It will grow inward and outward. Now, I'm just a guy that's trying to be better. I'm just a man trying to figure out who it is that I'm trying to be. 25 years old, still a fuck up, but I'm in the process of fucking up. But I'm also in the process of learning from my fuck ups and, being better. That's at the end of the day, we make our mistakes. I'm not happy over a lot of decisions I made. I can feel regret, and there's times where I felt regret and I felt guilt, over stupid shit I said or stupid shit I did, or just, things I said I would do for myself that I ended up doing for a little bit and then folding on because of I got complacent or I got lazy or whatever it is. I felt that regret, I felt that guilt, I felt that sorrow, that not depression for what that is, but that sadness. It's just like, man, I really can't even commit to myself or something like that. And then in my case, I was pretty hard on myself. So once I was able to realize I don't have to be so mean to myself, I don't have to be so evil and cruel and destructive to myself. Water break. I can actually be kind. I can be kind to myself. I don't just have to be kind or understanding to other people. I can do it for myself. My journey to being humble, or my living truth of being humble, was too excessive to where I would really diminish myself, and I really would diminish my light. And once I realized that, and I decided to, let me give myself compassion, let me give myself some grace, let me give myself some, some time, some kindness. It wasn't easy, and there was a lot of times where I would have that original thought of negativity, I would fight it back with positivity, and then it would be overwhelmed with negativity, and it would be like that for a while. And there's times where you get, put off, or you get unmotivated by situations like that. but it quite literally is that perseverance. Quite literally is that if you have a structure, if you have a routine, if you just even make a simple daily thing, maybe even make it super structured till you just have the time, but don't give yourself any leeway. You can have maybe in the morning, depending on what it is. Like if it's positive affirmations, I always did it in the morning, brushing my teeth, wake up, I see it, I read it out loud. That would happen midday. I would try to do it midday. It's always morning, sometimes midday, and then at night I would say it, and I would play videos, I would play frequencies to get myself back on the level. I need to do that now because I was slacking. I'm a mess right now, inside out. But it's a process. You gotta be persistent, you gotta be consistent, and it gets easier over time. But once again, that complacency comes in. So if you create a structure, it'll be tremendously easier. But a vital key thing is just make sure your home is a place that can provide you solace, that can provide you peace, that can provide you calm. Your home, the place where you rest your head, the place where you're supposed to feel secure, shouldn't be a place that gives you anxiety, shouldn't be a place that makes you feel uneasy or on edge, or that you can't be yourself or comfortable. And like I was saying with the thoughts, so much, and especially in this day and age, we want things quickly. It's never been like that. If you want longevity, if you want true affluence, you want true success, no matter what realm it is, it'll take time. And the best things take time. The best things come with consistent effort. The best things come with training. The best things come with experience. The best things come through evolution. Look at us. We're not perfect, but our the original humanoid species, the original, what are they called? Not Neanderthals. What are we? Homo sapiens. I sound like a dumbass. But yeah, our original species, like, look how we evolved. We haven't evolved like tremendously, but we've evolved in numerous capacities. The two simple things. One, the wisdom teeth. You know, we don't have much of a use for it. That's why we get rid of it. And then our appendix. And then imagine the other things. Imagine other things. Well, mainly mental stuff, but we are capable as humans. We are capable for anything. As humans, we have limits. Yes, we have limits. But our evolution does not. Our growth does not. We were meant to inherit the stars. We were meant to inherit the stars, man. So remember that. When your head feels heavy and you keep looking down, just look up for a couple seconds. Who knows? You look up long enough, you might grow some wings. Stay blessed, man. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Take care of yourself. Remember, it's not one mission that's gonna change your life. It's the multiple missions. It's the multiple opportunities. It's the missed opportunities. It's the met opportunities. It's the failed opportunities. It's everything. So many times we're scared to try. So many times we're scared to put an effort because because of judgment, or because we don't want to face that failure. But that feeling of anxiety, that feel of worry, that judgment of yourself, that's that moment to be like, yo, why the fuck am I even feeling like this? Why the fuck am I even worried about this? For all we know, we have one life. Whether or not you believe you have heaven, hell, there's no afterlife, we have reincarnation, that it doesn't matter what it is, really. In our head, in majority of people's mindset, this is our one life. This is our one life. Like, imagine, like, that literally is crazy. Like, we waste our days away. And here I am talking on my phone. Stay blessed.